Om Namo Narayana, Om Namah Shivaya, Shiva Om, Shiva Om, Om. Welcome to another Satsang with your host, Chuck the Yogi from the Yogi Cave. And I'm doing an extra this week because I'm going to be busy next weekend. Somebody's coming all the way from the Caribbean for initiation, and I probably won't be around for a session, for a satsang, so it'll be a couple satsangs from now when I come back for encore to continue with the fourth pada, so I figured I'd start catch up now before that happens. Anyway, let's get to the fourth pada. Where was we? I think it was 4.5. Pavariti bede rayo nijakam chitamekam anay kesham. Although the multiple individualized consciousnesses are engaged in distinct activities, the one consciousness is the originator of all the other numerous individualized consciousnesses. So that's kind of emphasizing what I stated previously, which is Purusha is the source of it all, going back to the Samkhya philosophy. And all these apparent individualized units of consciousness are all part of the field. So that's just really important to keep in mind. 4.6 Tatra dhyana jam anashayam. Of these individualized consciousnesses, that consciousness which is born of meditative absorption is without subliminal deposit. That just says, again, going back to what Patanjali is all about here, the purpose of yoga is to be able to undo, to erase, through tapasya and sadhana, be able to lay bare all these different subliminal activators or kleshas and allow them to fade away so that this individualized unit of consciousness can move out of the construct. So that's the whole purpose of everything, of yoga. 4.7 Karma Shukla Krishnam Yoginas Trividam Itarisham. The karma of the yogin is neither black nor white. The karma of others is threefold. So what that means is that the yogi transcends good and evil. There's nothing good or bad in the yogi's actions. The yogi or yogini works from a spontaneous present moment and is not necessarily pushed and pulled by past karmas or anything like that. For regular folk, there's three types of karmas, which is past, the one that's unfolding right now, and the one that is to come, which is, I believe, there's different, here he speaks of the black, which is black karma, which is found in a villain, or white-black, which is found in ordinary people, white, which is found in pious people, or neither black nor white, which is found in the adept yogi. So the purpose is to get to that place where good and evil have no place. Let's put it that way. Anyway, 4.8 Tatastad Vipaka Anugundanam Eva Abhivyaktir Vasana. Thence follows the manifestation of those subliminal traits only which correspond to the fruition of their particular karma. That just means that karma can be in seed form for lifetimes, and then when the right circumstances happen, that karma bursts forward. And sometimes a yogin will take a great vow or vrata, or will engage in very severe penances, or will do the types of yogas that are prohibited to most human beings, say like the agori or something like that. And the purpose of that is to allow these karmas to take fruition rapidly in order to quicken the process of liberation. So otherwise, these karmas can take lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes to manifest, for all the right conditions to appear And this can take lifetimes and lifetimes. It can go on indefinitely, actually. 4.9 Jati desha kala vyavahitanam api anantaryam smriti samskarayor ekarupatvat. An account of the uniformity between depth memory and subliminal activators. There is a causal relation between the manifestation of the subliminal activator and the karma, even though cause and effect may be separated in terms of place, time, and category of existence. So what does this mean? What this is trying to say in a very technical way, because that's Patanjali's way, is that even though these karmas can manifest over lifetimes, they have a root cause that does not manifest until all the circumstances are right in the right space-time continuum. So, in other words, there's no such thing as chance, or there's no such thing as it just so happened to be that way. These things will manifest when the circumstances are right for them to manifest, irregardless of space or time. So, that was a very technical one. 4.10 Tasam anaditvam cha ashiso nityatvat. And these subliminal activators are without beginning because of the perpetuity of the primordial will inherent in nature. So that means that if a person doesn't care one way or the other, a person can go on indefinitely in this construct and just be regurgitated over and over again, like a merry-go-round, just go in and out and in and out and in and out of the torus, like that forever. So it does take a certain amount of intent in order to move past the toroidal field that sucks us back into a never-ending cycle of birth and death. So that's what he's saying. 4.11 Hetupala ashrava alambanaihi samgrihitatvad esham abhave tad abhavaha. Because of the connection of subliminal traits with cause, fruit, substratum, and support, follows with the disappearance of these factors, the disappearance also of subliminal traits is brought about. So again, this is just another technical way Patanjali saying this is the purpose of yoga, is to be able to take the root causes away, right? Like the Buddha with his Four Noble Truths. Take these root causes away, and all these karmas begin to dissipate and fade away. So again, we're going back to the heart of yoga. What is the purpose of this? Because if we leave these mechanisms in place, they will go on forever. There'll be no end. It'll be Hotel California. You can book yourself in, but you can never get out, right? So there has to be a way, and that's what Dharma is. It's a way. It's a path, a Tao, a Dharma. It's a path out. It's a path that's been well trodden by yogins and yoginis for countless generations, forever and ever. A path through the jungle to avoid the tigers and the cannibals and all the other dangers of the jungle in order to find your way out, and therefore out of the construct. See one more. 4.12 Adita anagatam sva rupato sti adva vedad dharmanam. Past and future as such exist because of the visible difference in the past of the forms produced by nature. So this is basically a way of saying that past and present is contingent upon the patterns that are established at the very beginning of the natural process. So past and present are simply contingent phenomena. They don't exist within themselves. There is just a natural byproduct of the construct and the patterns that continue to unfold. And as that construct unfolds, past, present, and future time-space manifest, right? Because even within science we say, well, everything started with a big bang, and then space-time became. right? So Patanjali is saying the same thing, just in a very technical kind of way that takes some unpacking to do. So I'm going to leave it there, and hopefully I'll be seeing you in a couple weeks. Om Namo Narayana, Om Namah Shivaya, Shiva Om, Shiva Om, Om. Jai Ma, Jai Mahakal. Till then.